Hello, Isabella.
Hey,
How are you?
um,
Welcome back to our session.
thank
It's
you.
been a long 2 weeks. How's things been going?
It ain't been going good.
Well, what's been going on?
So remember I was telling you about my social security and I was waiting for a decision. They denied me.
Mm.
Yeah. My niece got taken. I'm on the verge of losing my job. And my boyfriend is not my boyfriend anymore. He wanted to dump me too. Because I went into a little depressive mode. I didn't want to be around. I felt very insecure with myself. I thought about what it would be like if I wasn't around. So yeah, that's what's been going on.
Oh, wow, it sounds like you had a terrible 2 weeks, or like things have been like all over the place for you. And I'm glad that you still came to,
I needed
talk.
to come. I needed to come. I did because I was feeling very unsafe. Like so I said, well, let me come talk to my counselor to get feedback to get more help.
So, Isabella, have you ever had, with all that's been going on, and I know that you said this is one of your safe spaces. Have you ever had any thoughts of harming yourself or?
Not harming myself, but more so thoughts of if I wasn't around, how would everybody lives be?
How did that turn out for you? How did that make you feel?
Worse, terrible, but also in a like, okay, well, they would be better off without me. And it's like, well, would they? So I'm kind of like I don't know, just thoughts.
So what happened with your mom?
Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Thanks for asking. She never showed. We communicated. I did do the steps in the right way, as we just talked about, as we suggested to make contact. I called. We was talking. She agreed to come. She never showed.
That can be very heartbreaking for you with all the work that you was doing. I didn't get any notifications from her. So what have you been doing for like self care to help yourself cope with some of the sudden onset of everything that's been going on?
I haven't really thought about other coping skills, but to isolate myself. Is it coming here? So I was hoping that maybe we can talk about other coping skills.
So isolation, like I don't agree with isolation because I think it's going to put you in a further place of having all of these reoccurring thoughts, and
I agree because that's how I feel.
so
This ain't. It's not. Let me call. Let me schedule. Let me come in. Yeah.
so instead of as opposed to isolation, and even then, like we all have our days where we by ourselves. So what would you do? Would you suggest I would suggest you journaling and writing down when you notice that you're easily triggered,
Okay.
when you see when you're having not only bad things, when you're having days that are calming as well, and you realize that, jot that down as well.
Okay.
And that will help you realize, pinpoint some of the things and before it happens. Um, Also, let's see. How about think about meditation?
I've heard about it, but I've never personally done it. I heard good things about it.
Right. 'Cause, during our last session, or even in the beginning during the intake, you expressed that you had increased heart palpitations and that felt like made you really anxious. So a way to start and address some of the anxiety that you're feeling will be grounding.
Okay.
Right. That would start with putting your feet flat on the floor.
Okay.
And maybe.
Can I try it with you?
Right.
Okay.
So I would start with putting my feet flat on the floor. Some
Okay.
people have like the tremors and the shapes and they fidget a lot with their hands.
I do that.
So I would sit. I would place my hands on the bottom of my legs and then realize where you are in a sense, like breathing slow through your nose and out slowly through your mouth. Especially when you're feeling times where you're overwhelmed and anxious, maybe counting back down from 10, back up again. Will help you in these situations where you won't feel so anxious.
Okay.
So you want to try it?
Yes, please. So how do we start? We just sit down and then.
You take a moment to realize where you are.
Okay.
So you feel your feet on the floor up under
Yes.
your feet.
Mhm.
Your hands under you close your eyes.
Mhm.
Slowly through your mouth. Focus on the sounds that you hear, your environment, the presence of the air going in through your nose and out through your mouth. Practice that to feel your chest rise and fall. So you feel your stomach go in and out, breathing. Sometimes until you feel yourself calm.
I like that. Thank you so much.
So
I appreciate
you can
that.
practice that. You can do that also with your children in times of high stress, especially when you're dealing with so much. Just easy to remember where we are and how far you came before you got to that.
Okay.
So when you had these thoughts of you not being present, have you thought of how? Have you ever had any thoughts of suicide?
Absolutely.
No.
My thoughts was just, what if I wasn't not like if I was dead, but more so if I removed myself, how would it be?
So you have like a natural support system in place for when
Yes.
you are feeling overwhelmed. What would you consider it outside of here? You're always welcome during our business hours. I did provide you with my card to make contact so we
I
can
utilize it.
schedule.
Thank you.
You know, outside of that, not outside of business hours, but when you need extra, someone to talk to and we're not scheduled for a session, you're welcome to call.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is orchestrate a safety plan for you.
Okay.
Right? And that will consist of maybe a friend or family member to have as a safety net and that you can make contact with. Are you prescribed any meds?
No, not right now.
Right. So, okay. So in the event, once you complete your assessment with the psychiatrist, if you do have any medications, it's finding different ways to prevent any thoughts of self-harm, maybe having your medications double locked.
Okay.
And maybe giving your safety person the key.
Okay.
Right? So who would you describe as a safety person for you?
My cousin.
What's her name?
Deanna.
So if I can get that person's information and we can devise this into a plan and we can put it down and so that way you can follow through and call them as needed. Okay. Let's see. I also, when you leave here, are you going to be safe? Can you promise me that you're going to be safe?
I can promise I will be safe. I will actually make that sense to give you a phone call that you know.
Right. Okay. So I will also give you the information for 988, which is a suicide prevention number, 211, which is crisis services. So if you can't get a hold of your cousin or myself or whoever you have as your safety support, then you'll reach out to 211. They'll be able to talk to you through your crisis and help you find the immediate resources that you need at that moment.
Okay. Thank you.
This form. And again, I'm sorry that you're experiencing so many difficulties and challenges when you were coming here to work on those things. I would still like to work on those things. Okay. Not have this look at as a setback, but as a setup. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. So to continue to work on your goals. Okay. Let's reschedule for 2 weeks. Okay. How is July maybe 21st?
We do mornings? Okay.
My gosh.